Hey guys, it's Tanya. So we are long overdue for a life update, aren't we? Sorry, but here I am. It's time to tell you what's been going on with us over the last 4 months or so. So, you know that we came back from Israel for Eric to pursue ordination, right? You know what? Let me backtrack. For all of my new viewers who don't have any idea what I'm talking about, or who are like, wait, what, you're in America? Let me just set the stage for you. So the reason we came back is because Eric wants to pursue getting ordained in the Anglican Church. So we are not Anglicans. We did not grow up Anglican. We both grew up Holiness Pentecostal for me, kind of charismatic Pentecostal for Eric. And then my mom was Lutheran, so I also had a heavy dosage of Lutheran in my life. But through our time in Israel, both now and in grad school, or these last 4 years and in grad school, we were both very involved with the Anglican Church there, as well as other ministries. And we felt the Lord leading us in that direction. So we're always up for an adventure, and we took it. But that necessitated us leaving Israel and coming back here, because the organization that he wanted to do the ordination through is a diocese within the Anglican Church, and it's called C4SO. I'll put a link in the description bar so you can see some of their information. They're really fascinating diocese. They're not regional, they're kind of ideologically based, so there's different C4SO churches around the country in the United States. At any rate, we wanted to connect with this group of people within the Anglican Church, specifically C4SO, and they are a part of the Anglican Churches of North America. It's not the same as the Episcopal Church, although they come from the same group. But the Anglican Churches of North America is kind of the mother organization under which C4SO is part. So Eric read a book last spring, I think sometime, called The Accidental Anglican. And it is, I'll link that as well, is written by a man named Todd Hunter. He's a bishop in the Anglican Church, and he actually started this diocese, C4SO. He was originally, or not originally, but he was previously, I don't know the right term to use, so I'll just say the head of the Vineyard churches. And through a series of events, the Lord led him to the Anglican Church, and he ended up becoming Anglican. Very fascinating story. It really resonated with both of us. I actually didn't read it, but what Eric told me of it was very intriguing, and it really moved him. It really resonated with him. So we decided to come back earlier, and because we were going to be there for 5 years, but we decided to come back after 4 years. And there were other things going on in our lives there as well that kind of, it all came together and it made sense for us to come back now, or then in October. So in October, we packed up, we moved back to the States, and we were not kind of established anywhere. We've been moving around because we didn't know exactly when we would connect with C4SO or how we would link with them. We had been in contact with them, but we didn't know what the process would look like. Okay, so Eric started ordination actually while we were in Israel, but he was shifting the process to here, so that meant we'd have to contact them and figure out all the ins and outs of it, how that would work out exactly. So what we ended up doing is we got back to the States, and we stayed with Eric's uncle in Iowa from October until February. We had no idea we would be in Iowa that long. Like, no idea. We thought, oh, maybe 5-6 weeks till our severance pay comes. No, God has other ways. So we ended up staying at Uncle Greg's house, and you have seen, if you've been watching my videos, you've seen all of the videos from our time in Iowa at Uncle Greg's house. If you haven't, watch them, please. I'm gonna try to link something up here for you. We'll see. Anyway, we were in Des Moines, or the Des Moines area, for quite a while. So we stayed with Uncle Greg while we were in communication with the people in C4SO. And basically what they were trying to do is find a church that Eric could basically intern at. So it's not quite an internship, but in the Anglican Church you do something called a curacy, which means you spend a period of time, generally like a year, in training. And you're also in seminary taking classes to kind of get the biblical background, all the knowledge that you need. Eric has degrees already in ministry. He has a master's degree in ministry, and he has a bachelor's degree in pastoral care and pastoral studies. So he has all of the educational work done, and he's also served in churches. He's been on staff at various churches, but he hasn't gotten the Anglican element, that bit of it. So in connecting with C4SO, one of the things that we really wanted to do was get plugged into a church and kind of learn from them how they do their reality, how they do this whole kind of liturgical context, even though neither one of us are really strong, deeply interested in like a high liturgical context. We still respect it and recognize that if you're going to be Anglican, you need to know. You need to be able to flow in that. You need to know all the ins and outs of it. So over that period of time, there was a lot of prayer going on, discernment, kind of waiting on God and seeing how he was leading. But we were invited to come out in February to a retreat for C4SO. And it was out in, I'm not sure, I can't remember the name of the town, but it's in between San Jose and San Francisco. So we flew out to California, and Eric and I did, and we let the kids stay in my dad's house with my dad and stepmom. We flew out to San Francisco. No, we flew out to LA and hung out in LA for a bit, and then drove up to San Francisco for the conference, and then drove back to LA, and then came back. I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyway, we flew out there to the conference. And while we were there, we were checking out a couple of churches in C4SO to see if those might be the places where we click, you know, if that might be the church that we'd end up serving in. Weren't sure if that was going to be the case or not, but we felt led definitely to go to California. And I understand now it was to go to California to make the connections and kind of get immersed in this environment and find out what they're doing. So we got there, we checked out a church in LA. It was really, really cool. It's called Vintage Church. If you're ever in LA and you're looking for a church home, Vintage is a great church. After spending some time in LA, we drove up to the San Francisco area, and we had a really, really amazing time at this retreat. And at the retreat, we were connected with a priest, actually he and his wife, a couple of staff members from a church in Texas, in Austin, Texas. And it was like an immediate click. We were just like, this seems like a thing. So after our time at the retreat, we kind of hung out a little bit, did San Francisco, toured around, went back to LA, and then we flew back to Tulsa to pick up our kids. But we knew since we were coming to Tulsa that that was way closer to Austin than Des Moines was. We figured, well, you know what, while we're in the Tulsa area, we're just gonna drive down to Austin to check out this church and see what their community is like and kind of get a feel for it and see if God is speaking to us through that. We really are big proponents of going into a situation, kind of keeping your feelers open, sensing what God is saying, sensing what he's doing, and understanding that he'll speak to you through those circumstances as well, and open doors and closed doors, just all of that. So we drove down with the kids. We took the kids with us down to Austin, and we spent, I don't know, about 5 days there, and we just loved it. We started, as soon as we got there, there were just these kind of things that started clicking into place, people we were meeting, details that were just being presented to us that people wouldn't have had any idea that we were interested in. Like we went to Starbucks one morning, Eric and I got up and went to get some coffee and let the kids stay at our friend's house. And we get there and there's somebody in the coffee shop talking about jiu-jitsu and the fact that they teach jiu-jitsu for children. And we were like, okay, because, you know, my daughter, she does jiu-jitsu. Just little things like that that kind of came together as encouragement for us, kind of like, keep following this path and see where it leads. And by the end of our time there, we were definite. We were like, yeah, this is where we're going. It was great to have an answer, but we still didn't know how all of the logistics would work out. So once we came back to Tulsa and kind of gave ourselves a day or two to rest, we drove then back to Des Moines and we began packing up. The next goal then was to get to Austin. And at this stage, you know, we have been living on our severance pay from our last jobs, and that has come to its end because we've been living for 6 months. Well, that's October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, 6 months on that money. So at this stage, we are now ready to move, but we have to wait. We need the resources to get there. So the stage that we're at right now is that we have definitely chosen Austin. We're moving to Austin and we will be part of a church there. And Eric is currently in Austin and he's looking for work. Joshua and Kalani and I are at my dad's house. So we moved from Des Moines, Iowa, and we moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we're halfway. We're halfway getting closer to Austin now. The kids and I, like I said, are at my dad and stepmom's place, and Eric is in Austin. And it's no fun being apart, but we're making it work. So the goal is hopefully in the next, we've been here a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. So the goal is within the 4 to 8 weeks for him to find work and then get housing. And then the kids and I will move with him. Like he'll come back, get us, we'll get a truck, and we'll move all of our stuff down there. The reason Tulsa is a wise choice is because if you remember, we had our shipment sent here. If you haven't seen that video, look back in my videos from November, I think you'll see that we had our shipment that came in Israel in the container. We had that sent here to my dad's house. So it's all of our stuff is in my dad's garage waiting for us. And there's a little bit in his storage unit. It was a good move to make, but it's no fun being apart. We're managing it though. We FaceTime twice a day, we chat, the kids play, the kids talk to him. I think they're gonna be playing an online game this afternoon, like Tenki Online or something like that. So we're all good. We're just waiting for the last steps to fall into place. I'm still homeschooling the children, and I feel like that was such a good decision to make this year, because just uprooting them time and time again would have been painful and just terrible. So we're still homeschooling, and it's looking like we're just gonna do this whole school year, finish the whole school year homeschooling, because we're already a good chunk of the way through the school year anyway. But it's going well. We're really loving it. When we get to Texas, depending on the job Eric finds, I'll either work like later in the day, in the evenings. Well, that'll probably be it. Either I'll work in the evenings or late afternoon, or I won't work at all. We'll just have to see what job he gets. So that's our story. It is quite involved, quite detailed. And I wasn't sharing it as we were going along the journey. I was kind of sharing bits and pieces as it came out, because we were having to walk it out and just see what happened as it happened. But I'm glad that we're getting to the end of it, and I can kind of like see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's good. Meanwhile, my hair is so fabulous right now. Oh my goodness. I'm loving it. So because I got up this morning and the hair hacks happened a little bit accidentally, but it happened, and I got up for church and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a video, because I got my makeup on, I got my hair done. If you make videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Once you got a look, you're like, you know, let me use this and get some videos done. So that's what I did. Now, just in case you're wondering, I had a twist and curl all week from Easter. I said it, I cut my hair a couple of inches. I told y'all that. I did tell y'all that when I went to California. So I cut like 2 inches off, and I was really feeling it on Easter. I was like, but that's okay. It wasn't bad. It was still cute. It was just, I wasn't used to, I didn't expect my twist and curl to come out that short, but it was okay. And it was still cute. After a week, I started separating it, and I was gonna retwist it last night into just a protective style. And then I looked in the mirror and was like, that's cute. So I decided to rock it today. And I'm probably gonna twist it tonight. I'm just really feeling it though. I'm gonna let y'all get a good look. See my gray in here? For people who wonder, I'm like, you don't have gray? Yeah, I do, right in here. There's some kind of hidden up in there too. You can see the strands. Anyway, so that's my story. And what was I saying? Oh, my hair. So this is my twist and curl. No, this isn't a twist and curl. This is the kind of stretched out, picked out, scrunched up and stuff twist and curl. And I'm so feeling it right now. But I'm probably putting it away tonight. So I might make one more video today so you can see me talking about this. Anyway, that's the deal between us, or that's the deal with us. If you have any questions about what's next, what's going on with us, how we're doing, please write them below. Please comment, guys. I love reading your comments. They make my day. They make me smile. They make me laugh. Thank you for all of my new subscribers. You guys have just kept me smiling. You have perked me up. It's been a serious season of transition and changes and moving. So having kind of a steady community of people who I can look back and see their comments on my various videos has really been encouraging. And I want to thank you guys for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love for your thoughts, and your prayers. If you're a prayer, please, pray to God for His will to be done in our lives and for Him to guide us. Don't be praying your own will. Pray for His will, that He would continue to guide us and make plain what He wants for our lives, and that He would open doors that He wants open and shut the ones that He doesn't want open. Alrighty guys, so thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our update. I know that's not fun. Thank you for taking the time to listen to what's going on in our lives. Hope to have more exciting and interesting news for you soon. If you like my videos, please don't forget to comment and click the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I love getting new subscribers. I try to be very interactive because I love chatting with y'all. The things you say encourage me and make me laugh. So one last thing, do you guys like my intro? I love my intro. My intro was created by Carl, the IT guy, who is super nice and super cool. If you guys know who Crystalline Karazin is, she has a channel called, she has a webpage called beyondblackandwhite.com, and she has a YouTube channel called Crystalline Karazin, her name. I'll link it in the description bar. Crystalline is really cool. She has a site that focuses on empowerment for women, specifically Black women, encouraging them to date, to open up the playing field and date men of various races. Her IT guy is named Carl. So Carl reached out to me and created this beautiful intro for me, which I love, and I wanted to make sure to give Carl credit. I want you guys to know there are just nice people out there, just good people. He saw some of my videos and he wanted to make an intro for me, and he had some time on his hands, so he did. And isn't it pretty? I love it. So he motivated me to get back on my game and get my end card done. So that's what you see at the end of my videos, is the end card. And I put the music with the intro, and yay, I'm really happy. Thumbs up if you like that intro. I think it's awesome. Thank you again, Carl. You rock, and I really, really appreciate you. All right, guys, so that is all for now. I am going to go, and I'm going to be a good girl and start editing right now. You guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. That's super cute. We just got off the tram. Whoa. All right, we are going to meet our friend now. She's giving us directions, so I'm trying to find how to get to the street to meet her.